Hello YouTube, my name is Juliet. I am 26 years old. I'm a targeted individual and a victim of organized gangstalking. So, as a victim of organized gangstalking, my life is under surveillance 24/7. I experience street theater, neighborhood harassment, gaslighting, color harassment, all sort of things. And I first became aware of my situation around last year, pretty much a year from now. I will say in October last year, that's when I truly understood why all these things were happening to me and what my situation really was. And based on reflection since then upon my life, I can tell that I have been a TI since childhood, perhaps since birth, I don't know, but this have been going on for as long as I can remember breathing. And I've read testimonies and different websites, different sources. I've done my research on targeting and gang stalking, and there seems to be this discussion over that people put on the list because of things they've done, perhaps pissed off somebody or blown the whistle of a corporate or corporation or something like that. But I don't think any of this apply to me. By no means. I meet most of those criteria. I'm a very intelligent person. I am outspoken, and I do speak up for myself. But I have never blown the whistle of anybody, and I cannot think of pissing somebody to the extent of them putting me on a list as a child, because this really have been going on since childhood, where my reputation has always been under jeopardization, where people always think the worst of me. Everything I do, everybody has to know. It's everybody's business. By just walking down the store, the whole community knows I went to the store that day. I go cycling as a child, and everybody knew I went cycling. I speak to somebody, everybody knew I spoke to that person. Everybody wants to talk to that person about me. So these kind of things have been going on pretty much since I was a child. Like bully, being accused of things out of the blue, fictional allegations, things like that have always been my way. Workplace mobbing has been there since my first job when I was 17. So I think I was put on this list, whatever that list is. Obviously my name is on a list based on the way my life is going and has been, and doesn't seem to find any end to it. And it's been a really difficult journey. And the reason why I'm so certain that I was put on the so-called list as a child is because when I was around 9 years old, 8 years old, 10, those age group there, I would frequently have dreams of people constantly chasing me. I'm always on the run in my dreams. Someone's always chasing me. I'm running from place to place and being betrayed by friends, childhood friends in that dream. For example, a friend take me on a hiking trip to a mountain, and then suddenly, out of the blue, she just pushes me from the cliff and I just fall, and then I wake up. And this kind of disgusting dreams, like where I will be walking normally to a shop or going to school, and when I arrive on location, I suddenly discover I'm split naked, wearing completely nothing. These kind of things was frequent in my dreams. And I remember when I first got my first flat as a 17-year-old, I used to have this dream. I probably had it maybe 2 or 3 times, I don't know, but I can still remember it so vividly, so crystal clear still. And it's like I'm in my studio flat, suddenly serpents starts creeping through the door, the window. They just appear out of nowhere, and suddenly within seconds the whole room is filled with snakes all over it. Like the whole floor is covered with snakes. I can't even stand on the floor. All the walls are covered with snakes. I can't even see the wall. The roof is covered with snake, and I'll be standing floating in the middle of the room, covered with snakes all over me. And this pretty much has been my life ever since I was a child, especially since I was a teenager. That has been my situation where, you know, a dog, here you go, you know, people are constantly doing me wrong and trying to harm me, trying to accuse me of things. I have a dog here who wants to play with me. Look at him. Can you guys see him? There you go. So that has been my life so far, ever since. Look at this cute one here. Aww. Just sitting in the park and this dog suddenly sees me and wants to play. Isn't it cute of him? Aww. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, that has been my life as a victim of organized gangstalking, where every person I ever meet seems to have something against me, wants to harm me, have ill will against me. It's like, it doesn't matter what I say, what I do. It's like they've just decided they hate me, and I have never understood this until I finally began researching trigger words like targeted individual, why people hate me, stuff like that. Then I came across the topic, and ever since then I've pretty much understood what this is all about. I've come to understand, you know, like they list things about things being registered under your name, being disputed to the community, so everybody thinks the worst of you, that people think you're a criminal, that everywhere you go, if you're female, everybody thinks you're a prostitute, that you're an indecent woman, that you're a liar. And reading these things made me understand everything, the way people treat me, because I could tell in the way people treating me that, you know, they thought I was involved in criminal activity, and that there's always been rumors going around about me being promiscuous, a prostitute or something like that, you know. So that has been following me all the way ever since I fully developed my female features. These kind of things, that I'm an indecent woman into prostitution or something like that, it's always been there around me, the way people treat me. And I never understood why, because it's like, what have I done to give anybody that kind of impression? And this kind of suspicion that I'm into criminal activity has always been there, you know, where people around me will, you know, start discussing things like drug lords, El Chapo, human trafficking, stuff like that. And being an intelligent person, I know these topics because I'm a criminology student at the moment. But even before that, I've always had passion for crime, and I love discussing these things. I love to research things like drug trafficking, human trafficking, theft, everything concerning crime pretty much. And because of that, I've always loved discussing things like that. And, you know, people just assume, oh, she knows this much because she's involved in it. And this label about being a gold digger, that I love money, just the way people treat me is like, anything concerning money is like, everybody will be like, oh, I didn't even say anything, I only spoke like a normal person. But now I understand why everybody was having all these weird impressions of me, you know, things like that. You know, it's really difficult because it's like, I can't even have a job. Everybody who receives my name is like, they just know who I am. The person, I myself, don't even know who I am in people's eyes based on what information they receive. I can only guess and make assumptions of what some of the things are, just based on the way people talk to me, the topics they refer to, the things they want to talk to me about, the way they speak to me. I can tell it's not normal. They will never be speaking to someone else the way they speak to me, the tone, the manipulation, the constant degradation of my intelligence. Like, I'm stupid, you know, I'm stupid. It doesn't matter how intelligent I really am. To them, I'm already stupid, and my intellect must be disrespected upon, harassed upon, and destroyed pretty much. It's like anything good in me just have to be destroyed. It can be my intellect, my kind nature is being trampled upon. I do one kind gesture or do one kind act to someone, and people are abusing it. For instance, a good example of this is like, before I used to give money to the homeless people, and I stopped because suddenly I realized that I give money to this person today, the following week or so, homeless people will be coming out of nowhere asking me for money. It's like a spread of reputation based on that one person. Now every homeless person is seeking me to give them money, you know, things like that. So it really changes your character being a victim of gang stalking, because everything that is good in you is supposed to be destroyed, is supposed to be trampled on, is supposed to be disrespected. It's like you're pretty much a slave. You're not a human being at all. It's like you are here to serve. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're here to give, and you never receive anything from it. It's like nobody's going to appreciate what you give, nobody's going to appreciate what you do. It's just supposed to be taken advantage of, because that's all you are, just to take from the goodness from you, and that's it, nothing else. Like nobody wants your goodness to be developed, nobody wants you to progress anything, just to take, trample upon, destroy, and that's it. And that have changed me as a person ever since I've realized what all this is really about. I've completely just closed the door 100%, because after discovering gang stalking and targeting individual and reflecting upon my situation, stand that this has been going on since childhood, I knew that this is not going to end any soon, because it's been going since childhood. There's no way they're just going to change it overnight. So, you know, I just shut the door completely, and I no longer speak to no freaking body. The only people I will speak to at the moment are like shop assistants. Only a few of them. So far, it's only 4 people I speak on a regular basis when I go to the shops. And these are all 4 people from 4 different shops. And I've been visiting these shops since September last year. That is 1 year. And it wasn't until like 1 or 2 months ago I actually started literally talking with these people, because I have now observed them for so many months, almost a year, and I'm certain they're not part of my gang stalking. And even though it's just in the shop, it's the only kind of social interaction I'm experiencing at the moment, because everybody else, it's impossible to even have conversation with them. It's impossible, because everybody is kind of like mentally conditioned to speak to me in gang stalking terms. This manipulation, the gaslighting, making it clear they know what goes on in my life, making it clear they know who I am, how I think, what I'm going to do, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what, I don't want to be part of this. It's like, if you're not going to talk to me like a normal person, don't talk to me, because I don't want it. I just don't want it. I've made it so clear. The same with like my neighbors. Is like, I've been living in the same building now since October last year. I have never introduced myself to nobody. They have been trying to be nice to me. So-called self-righteousness of gang stalking. They're all involved in my gang stalking. I know that, and this is why I don't want anything to do with them. But like, it's only recently they've kind of like stopped saying a thing to me. I literally had to hang up notes on my front door. I literally filled up my front door with notes with gang stalking words like Stasi, Zerzung, eyes and ears of the state, Freemason, all-seeing eye, murderers, mafia, everything that can strongly put out the message that I know what they're doing, and this is why I don't want anything to do with them. And the following morning, after put out that note, they called the ambulance of me, because they're so-called worried about my mental health. The ambulance came straight to my door. They didn't even knock. I told the person to go away, because I was like, I'm not opening the door. I did not invite you here. I don't know who you are. I'm not opening the door for you. And she was telling me from the door that somebody was worried, but I was like, you know what, I don't know who that somebody is, because I don't talk to nobody in this building. I don't even know their names. What is the problem? The person left. I went downstairs on my way out, and you wouldn't believe there was an army of ambulance officials. At least 5 of them were passing by, going up to my floor, but of course I was on my way out, so they didn't even know it was me. Obviously, thanks God, they didn't receive pictures of me or anything. But as I went outside, I called up the ambulance line for the city, and I questioned them why they're sending a host of ambulance armies into my flat. And then they were like, what's your name, where you live? And I gave them the details, and then they started explaining that a neighbor had called them that morning saying they're worried about me because I've portrayed some weird behavior. And I'm like, I explained to the ambulance the situation as is. I did not mention anything about gang stalking or being a targeted individual, but I explained to them how I have been harassed, how these neighbors have been stealing my mails. They have been knocking on my door, making noise, they've been scratching my doors. They have literally ruined their building. Like, they have been punching in the wall, destroying the wall, making holes in the walls. The entire building, if you walk inside, is scratching holes, peeling off the paper wall. is a mess. It's a mess. It's like madness. So the ambulance, after hearing this, then the ambulance official told me to contact the police. And based on my research, I know the police know about this. And even for those who doesn't know about this, there's really nothing they can do so far. So I was like, okay, fair enough. I'll go to the police, explain them the situation. At least I've done tried, you know. I went to the police and police like, this is a civil matter, da 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 da. And then they tried to calling me using trigger word gangstalking sentence. So I never responded to any of the mails, just listened to the voicemail, and I was like, yeah, you're in on it, I'm not going to even call you back or nothing. But then I sent an email to the police explaining everything I've been going through about workplace mobbing, neighborhood harassment, street theater, and that I think I'm a victim of organized gang stalking and all that stuff. And the police, of course, didn't have anything to say after that. No response was not. But the good thing is, they actually did register my case with a case number, and they confirmed that if I by any chance will be able to provide evidence, the case will be reopened and they can open a proper investigation. So that's a good thing. Not that I hope there's gonna be any investigation in the future, but at least something was done. I have a case with the police and I'm pleased about that. But I think that goes on, you know, workplace mobbing. Like currently I'm unemployed, and the only reason I'm even breathing is because my faith in God. I cannot work. My employment history has just been one roller coaster, you know. Every workplace I go into, there's always mobbing, harassment, bullying, false accusations. Everybody thinks they know me, talking to me like a retard, like I have no brain or nothing, like I don't have any free will, whatnot. It's like just horrible, and I always get sacked within the first month, 2 months if lucky. The longest employment I've had now for the past, I will say, 2 years has been a 3 months employment, which all I was sacked for false accusations. And the funniest thing about this sacking is like every time I get sacked, it's always the same thing with different employees. The same thing, that I was rude to someone, or I broke a company rule and committed misconduct. But then it's like the misconduct is never really explained to me, and if I ask, they have nothing to say about it. And there is never investigation. I am never called for any hearing. I am never given a chance to even give my voice to what this allegation and misconduct I committed is all about. But I just have to leave the workplace. It's always the same thing over again. And now it's like, I don't want to work anymore. I do send out applications, but they make it so clear to employers that they are involved in it, and I just leave it at that. And it's gotten to the point now where I literally just start telling them about gang stalking and literally just being ruthless with them, accuse them, call them murderers, tell them to eat a blood money, never talk to me again, and call them stupid, old morons, all sort of things, because it's like they contact me with harassment. You know, they haven't even invited me to interview, but they would harass me on the phones, on emails, thinking they know who they are, following guidelines of how to talk to me, things like that. And I'm just being ruthless back to them. I'm just ruthless, and I insult them. It's not even insult in my situation. Insult is not insult. It's self-defense. It's telling the truth. And I'm doing that. I don't care what they think. I just don't want it. And I've even said to myself, you know what? If there is no job for me out there where I will be treated like an employer without being harassed, bullied, or mobbed, or trampled upon, I am not going to work. I'm not going to work at all. If it is God's will to end this situation for me, so be it. And if God is going to provide for me, so be it. If God doesn't provide, I'm going to starve to death. Yes, I'm going to starve to death, because this is enough. Enough is enough. I am not going to spend the rest of my life jumping from job to job, where in each job I literally have to fight for just being there. I haven't even tried to climb up the employment ladder or anything. Just being a normal employee, I have to fight and defend myself. People I have no relation to, people who don't even want to give me a chance to be who I am. I am not going to go through that anymore. I'm done. Finish. I've even registered as a self-employed person, and the only people who contact me are perps. It's like my advertisement is just completely blocked from public view, because everybody who attacks me, they're part of the game. They are perps. The way they talk to me, everything is kind of like a structured conversation, a structured sentences. The way they talk to me is like they make it clear they are involved in whatever is going on. And because of that, I now stopped doing what I'm doing, self-employment. Like my ad is still up, but I have not visited a client or practiced my service now for at least 1 month, because everybody who contacts me, it's so obvious they're all in the game. It's all bully, mockery, disrespect. They know who I am, all that kind of stuff. And you know what? All I've been doing for the past 1 month now is talk about gangstalking, make them feel guilty, tell them the truth, insult them if I have to. I just say it straight up. I just don't go to them, and that's just pretty much it. Like, no, I'm not gonna take it anymore. Just telling them the truth. If they want to accept it, accept it. If not, your business. For me, I'm not going to serve you. I don't want the money you're going to give me, because even the money they're going to pay me for my service is all from the gangstalkers. It's all from the syndicates. It's blood money. I don't want it. And I have said to myself, if the only customers or clients I'm going to have are those part of the syndicate who are going to pay me with money that is not their own but given to them by my handler, I don't want that money. I have said no. I trust in God to provide for me, and God will provide, and He has provided so far. He has provided, and He will provide in the future. And if He, for some reason, decides that He will not provide for me, I am literally willing to starve to death and die. Yes, I will starve to death and die, because I don't want any of it anymore. I have done nothing to deserve it. I don't deserve it. I don't want it. Finish. And this is what I've been telling my neighbors as well. It's like I've been avoiding them for months, and it's like every month they're changing new neighbors, stuff like that. And everybody started to talk to me. Everybody knows me. Haha, open the door for me, thinking they're being self-righteous, being a good person, blah, blah, blah. My foot. I don't respond. But the past 3 months, I have started responding. And it's not a finally respond or anything like that. It's like, why are you talking to me? Who are you greeting? I have made it clear I don't want anything to do with anybody in this building. Why can't you respect my wish? I'm a free agent. I'm a person with free will. I speak to who I want to speak to. Speak to you is not by force.